We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, the second of four between the Falcons and the Hornets. It's going to be fun marveling at two of the best in the game, and it's next on MLB Network. Ben Obermueller, the pitcher from Montana, gets the call in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matty V, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy with a powerhouse slider. This is his bread and butter pitch. Has the other repertoire, but this pitch makes his fastball better. He'll throw a slider to both sides of the plate. He can throw it up, down, in, and out. Extreme command of the slider, and it's one of the reasons why he's one of the top pitchers in the game right now.
Standing in, Brent Means. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit out towards second. Scooped up. And a good throw gets him one gone. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
This is not even a stat you probably would have even looked at 10 years ago. The fact that this team's last in walks in today's game bodes a lot of trouble. They will swing at the rosin bag. Do not expect this pitcher to come over the heart of the plate in any meaningful position because he knows he's going to get a lot of swing and miss.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Inside, ball one.
Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They've been playing better than .500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you could win 4 out of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Looking up is the left fielder. Gone! So a solo shot here to left center field. His first home run of the season, and that will break the seal early here. It's quickly 1-0.
Love the homer in the top of the first inning. Give your pitcher a chance to kind of regroup and gather himself with an early lead.
Batting third, the third baseman, Bruce Sanders.
Standing in now, Bruce Sanders. This will lay off a slider too low, ball 1. The average coming in, 257. 6 home runs and 25 driven in. Here it comes, 1-0. It's 1-2.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heated.
So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Hey, you know, Dero, Rusty Valentine, he's known for having a high and a low strike zone, but he's pretty good east and west. You better keep it on the corners.
Yeah, I'm okay with Rusty's zone, without question. You know he's going to elevate. It's north-south, so you're aware of it. As a veteran player, you can live with that.
First pitch coming. Here it is. On the ground to the left side. Reined in. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. Mason Kane, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been pretty good his last 3 starts. A whip under 1.20, so he minimizes the amount of base runners. He's a tough customer. It'll be fun to watch him to see if he's on point early in this one here today.
Now in the box, Alexis Elias. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, dropping their last game. Now they find themselves at 500 again. They got to find a way to get on a hot streak. You cannot continue to go peaks and valleys throughout the course of the season and ride that 500 line all year. At some point, you're going to have to take 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to get this going in the right direction.
Danny Deerdorf comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. Mark, what do you have on this group in front of the home crowd tonight?
Yeah, Matty, a lot of professional at-bats up and down this lineup. I know they're behind right now, but it only takes one guy to set the tone and get the boys going.
Into the box now, Yu Watanabe. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Outside for a ball, 1-1. This one's down to third. And that is through into left field, a base hit. So he's aboard here on the 2-out single, but overall, this is one of the weaker offensive ball clubs around, at least in terms of team batting average. And as you can see there, they find themselves hovering just a few spaces above the bottom in the entire American League. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Mac Tracy. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Swings through it for strike number 2. Watanabe is off of first with 2 away.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Now at the plate, Rodney Myers. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
Rodney Myers.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Here's the 1-0. Just a tick behind for a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2-ball, 1-strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Looked like he might have gotten squeezed a little bit right there, and you know he's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
Digging in, Steve Rice, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the belt, the pitch.
Ball 1.
Now a move over to first, and he's back standing. popped up. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out.
Batting seven, the catcher, John O'Neill.
Digging in, John O'Neill. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike one. Runner at first here, one man out. He's running in the dirt here. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the location, all 5 down in the zone. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
To the plate now, Kevin Root, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Comes set, the 0-1.
He obviously wanted that call in the corner, but if he continues to put the ball right there, he's going to get that call, and he's going to keep pitching as well as he is.
The set and the 1-1. Hit to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Monty Hillman. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Hey, not too often we see this hitter come outside his game plan, outside the zone, but that pitch was just so tempting.
The windup and the 0-1. Liner toward right center. But this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out.
Second baseman, Peter Wynn.
So coming to the plate, Peter Wynn. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Wynn has had his trouble in these matchups, facing right-handed pitching, that is, and shows a lot more prowess against the southpaws. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. Too high, and it's 3-0. Now here it comes. Taking all the way that time. It's 3-1.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Inside, he misses, ball 4.
Batting second, the catcher, Enrique.
Into the box, Enrique Perez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's set, and the pitch. Ball 1.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Here's a look over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. And another throw over, and a dive, but he's back in. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Runners on first with 1 down. All even now, 2-2. That misses, and it's going to set up a big pitch now, 3-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Here's a pop-up now. Sanders has a play, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting 8, the left fielder, Jalen Hurt.
Coming to the plate now, Jalen Hurt. First offering on its way.
Ball 1. Count 1-0.
The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2. 2 out with the man at first. Fouled off. The 2-1 makes him swing and miss on a ball out of the zone for strike 2. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Don't want to forget about it. Fouled away. A runner on first with 2 away. Throw over to the bag, but the runner's back easily. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Settling in now, Orlando Ramirez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And that misses inside, 1-0.
34 pitches for him through an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
2 down, runners at first and second. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Here's the 1-2. Hit down the line at first. Scooped up. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on MLB Network after this. Coming to the plate now, Ellis Means. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard, but this will be a foul ball. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Stepping in now, Brent Means, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the 1-0.
That's the ball.
2 tough sliders right there, but he was able to lay off them. Might have bought himself a fastball in this situation.
The 2-0. It's hit very well to right. This one's hammered, and it's going to go. That one is gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 3rd home run for him on the year, as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
Well, he's given up 2 long balls in just 2 1/3 innings of work. So it seems as though they might have his number here. Not sure how much more the manager wants to see. He needs to turn it around quick if he wants to stay in this one for a while.
The center fielder, number 8, Bart Flash.
In now, Bart Flash, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Now the 1-0. And he fouls this one off. 1 out, nobody on. Sent on the ground out to second. He's got it on to first, and there are 2 down.
Now that third baseman, Bruce Sanders.
Striding in, Bruce Sanders. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Went after the high one there. A swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
Slapped hard the opposite way. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So with that, the top of the 3rd inning will continue at least one more batter.
That's the only way to combat a nasty cutter. You have to find a way to fight and stay inside that baseball and drive it the other way.
At the plate, Jeffrey Bellamy, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Slow roller down the 3rd baseline. The next 0-2.
Count is 1-2.
Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And the throw to first ends the inning. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Falcons are out in front here, 2-0. Striding in once again, Alexis Elias. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. Elias, a native of Puerto Rico. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Hey, this guy has been an absolute solid player his entire big league career, and I expect him to have a ton of suitors come this offseason.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Now the 2-0 home. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Flash is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting, the 3rd baseman, Danny Deerdorf.
Stepping in, Danny Deerdorf. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
0-1 the count.
Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And the throw to first is there to record the 2nd out. Digging in to try it again, Yu Watanabe. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the tying run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Bellamy has got it, and the side is retired. So digging in now, Rodney Myers. He drew a walk his first time up.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Myers, a 32-year-old veteran. He's a veteran of 13 years at the major league level, which really points to the consistency he's shown since he first broke in.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pinch.
Hillman, patrolling center, makes the play, 1 out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Steve Rice.
At the plate, Steve Rice. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, he's got to make an adjustment. You could tell this guy's been struggling with the bat in his hands. He's got a lot of frustration. He's gripping the bat too tight. He needs to relax, take a deep breath, and have a productive AB right here.
1 out, nobody on. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that slide ball in his back pocket right now.
Now another 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
And it's fouled away. Now another 1-2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Swing and a miss got him reaching. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
Now back
at the plate, John O'Neill. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Now a curveball misses inside. Got him reaching there. Strike 2. The 1-2.
I got to count 2-2.
Breaking ball called just a bit low. Now the payoff pitch home. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Ready now, Kevin Root, man at first after the 2-out walk. He's set. Here it comes. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
2 out with the man at first. That's inside. 2-0.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. As a look, now the pitch. And he may be starting to lose the feel here as that misses for ball 4, and that's back-to-back walks now with 2 away.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
Standing in, Ellis Means. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. First pitch on its way.
0-1 for count.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. Here's another 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Striding forward now is the DH, Mac Tracy. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Fouled off. Wind up and the 0-1. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. So a base hit for him has him aboard to start out their half of the 4th as we take a look at the league leaderboard in hits. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. So now to the plate, Monty Hillman, as he's well in front of the curveball and comes up empty there for strike 1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Ball 1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. A runner at first with no outs here. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
The 2-2.
3-2.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there, 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
Now the payoff pitch home. This is on the ground over to first. A diving effort as it's off his glove. But they will not get it out on the play as he beats the throw to first, and there are 2 on to start the inning now.
And after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
From the stretch. Fouled away. Ball 1 as that one didn't really threaten the inside corner. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And whoa, you see the big number. How about 99 for a top speed? Not too many guys around the league can match that. Striding into the box, Enrique Perez. First delivery to him on the way. Not too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. One 1-0 pitch on the way.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
The 2-0 on the way. There's a drive out toward the alley in right center. The runner from first crosses the plate. It's now a 2-2 ball game.
Man, I don't think he could have bisected those fielders any better if he tried. Throw that one into the alley for a gapper that'll bring him easily into second base.
Into the box now, Jalen Hurt, and he fouls this one off. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Hurt hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
Hurt, a 27-year-old, this is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. The 1-1 misses for the second ball. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor. 3-1.
He's set, and the 3-1 pitch. And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take, and a walk is the result.
In now, Orlando Ramirez. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at-bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Means back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Now batting, the right fielder, Alexis Elias.
So the lineup flips over and digging in, Alexis Elias. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Looking to minimize the damage here. Popped him up. Sanders has room in foul territory. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. On to the top of inning number 5 we go, and we are tied 2-2. Next will be the designated hitter, Brent Means. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Back outside.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. There's a cut fastball that time that runs in a bit too tight, and it's 2-0 now. In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
Not the way you'd like to start this 5th inning, falling behind 3-0 on the count. It's about time he starts throwing some strikes.
Pitch on the way. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. This is pulled into right. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first down.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Stepping up to the plate, Bart Flash. On its way is pitch number 75.
All 1, no strike.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Center field. Hillman is there, 2 gone.
The batter, the third baseman, Bruce Sanders.
Stepping up now, Bruce Sanders. A hit in 2 tries so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope, outside.
The 1-0 home. A ball and 2 strikes now. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Danny Deerdorf.
Danny Deerdorf.
First offering on its way. A bouncer to the left side. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Yu Watanabe.
Into the box, Yu Watanabe. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Center fielder on the run. He's there and records the first down.
The batter, the designated hitter, Mac Tracy.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Mac Tracy. He singled his last time up. First pitch coming, here it is. And that misses for ball 1. Runner at first here with 1 away in a 2-2 ball game. And a slider stays outside and he falls behind 2-0. Three and 0 now. Comes set, now the pitch. And that misses ball 4, so it's first and second now with only 1 away.
The center fielder, number 4, Monty.
Now at the plate, Monty Hillman. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Line toward the gap in left center. But this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out.
Now back, second baseman, Peter Wynn.
Now at the plate, Peter Wynn. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
And a ball 1-0. 2 down, runners at first and second. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down the way or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Strike called, 2-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
There isn't a hitter alive that doesn't love hitting a fastball counts like 3-1. It's usually a pretty fruitful count in terms of getting a pitch to drive.
And it's fouled away.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
He set the payoff pitch. Now a flare out toward right center. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Dan, you were one pitch away from getting out of this. 2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter, and he's able to throw out a ribby knock.
Dero, it's hard to get more frustrated than that as a pitcher. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of a lot of traffic on the bases, getting into the inning, and next thing you know, you give up a 2-out, 2-strike base hit. Nothing more frustrating for a pitcher than to have that happen.
Standing in now, Enrique Perez, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. A ball and a strike. One and one. Here it is. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. So 1 run here on 2 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. 5 innings complete. Death Valley is on top here, 3-2. Mark Eaton takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Eaton.
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Jeffrey Bellamy. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Runs up and gets this one down. And he'll just put it in his pocket. It's an infield single.
Now batting, the second baseman, Rodney.
Stepping in now, Rodney Myers, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now a slurve's going to bounce up to the plate as he lays off it for a ball. Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. One there, on to first, and they get them both.
Well, they got the tying run on base, but 1 ground ball later, and it's gone. He's going to be frustrated with himself after that.
So base is empty now after the double play. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Steve Rice. Here's the first pitch to him. Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Hit hard to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1 hit in the inning. Now batting, Jalen Hurt. A couple of walks for him thus far.
The left fielder, Jalen.
Fouled off. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, man. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Orlando Ramirez is in for the 3rd time here as he watches one that misses low. It's a ball and no strikes. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Flash is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
The batter, the right fielder, Alexis Elias.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Alexis Elias. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. That's inside. 2-0.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. Leading off the inning, John O'Neill, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Laid off, but a cold strike as that caught the outside. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Here it comes. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. That one is out of here. This game is tied. A solo shot here to left. 6th home run on the season for him, as it's now a 3-all ball game.
No doubt an impressive home run, so we'll employ show track for a more in-depth look. 112 miles an hour was the exit velocity off the bat, so it's no wonder why it ended up having the impressive distance that it did.
To the plate now, Kevin Root. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. It was a walk in his last trip. The windup and the 0-1. Strike taken as that one crosses over the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
And he looks at a ball. 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Popped up. Ramirez is under it. He's got it for the first out.
The right fielder, number 34, Ellis Means.
Stepping into the box, Ellis Means been a strikeout victim twice in this one. First delivery to him on the way.
Count 1-0.
1-0 count. Here it is. Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
He's staring a hat trick in the face right now after that swing. He has just got to find a way to zone up a little bit more. You cannot expect to make solid contact chasing stuff outside the zone.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And they'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning.
The batter, the designated hitter, Brent Means.
Stepping in, Brent Means. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball, that's outside.
Good spot to be in right now as a hitter. Count in your favor, 1-0. Good time to get a fastball and turn it loose.
Good bite to that thing, and it's 1-1. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Those were two great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
Now the 2-1 pitch. And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd, a foul ball. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything. So,
and we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. We're tied now with 3 apiece. David Bass gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Danny Deerdorf.
Danny Deerdorf.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0. Yanked foul off to the right. That's lifted the other way out to left. Rice is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Now batting, the shortstop, Watanabe.
Ready for another shot now. Watanabe. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of the baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
In now, Mac Tracy, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Bass, 33 years old, is a 15-year major league vet, so it's been quite the career for him. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Now it's 2-0. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The 2-0 on the way is swung on and missed. Strike 1.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Flash is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The center fielder, number 4. Monty Hillman.
Stepping into the box, Monty Hillman. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Nope. Ball one. Count 1-0.
The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
One strike.
Two out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Fouled away. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Mark Stevens has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth.
Mark Stevens.
Digging in now, Bart Flash. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a strike called at the knees. 0-1. And he fouls this one off. And a knuckleball ties him in knots there, and that's the first out. Time now to give you a look at our starter comparison in this 3-3 ball game. Both pitchers turning in fairly good performances, as you can see on the graphic. Now at the plate, Bruce Sanders. First offering on its way. Well above the letters, as it looked like the knuckleball slipped out on him that time. There's a knuckleball over the inside corner. Up in the zone for him, and he takes a called strike two. One out, nobody on. He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Plate now, Jeffrey Bellamy, as he'll take a look at ball one. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The windup and the 1-0.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
The count now at 2-1. Bases are empty here with two men out. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Two and two, the pitch. Third foul ball in a row, and this is turning into a pretty good at-bat. Into the windup. The 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. The 2-2. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A solo shot here to straightaway right field, and it's now a 1-run ball game. Long ball is playing in this one. That was the 4th blast of the game so far for this lineup. Dan, D-Row, what are your thoughts on what they're doing as a team so far?
Matty D, D-Row, I don't know what you think, but this is like crazy. 4th round tripper of the game so far.
They're missing over behind the plate, not using the quadrants. In the hitters meeting, they focused on this stuff. They thought these guys could miss middle, and that's exactly what's happening.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The windup and the 0-1. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they pick up a run on the solo home run as that'll give them the lead. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Falcons lead this one 4-3. Billy Gant is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman Peter Wynn. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. 1-0 delivery. A ball and a strike. Gant is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
Now the 2-1. Bounce to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The catcher, number 39, Enrique Perez.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Enrique Perez. First delivery to him on the way. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
Front door curve is taken. Strike 2.
Unless you're willing to sell out and try and take one part of the field out of play and just work the ball up the middle the other way, it's extremely difficult when a guy's throwing this hard to stay back on a breaking ball. You either commit and be all in on a fastball or try and find a way to work the ball the other way to keep you back on the off speed.
And there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Into the box, Jalen Hurt. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at a first pitch fastball for strike 1. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Hit high and deep to right center. Long run for the center fielder. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Calvin Murphy enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth. So striding in, Steve Rice. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Here now the 2-2. Is laid off, and the count runs full.
Oh, he thought he had him right there. I did too, but no dice.
Chopped toward the second baseman. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Into the box now, John O'Neill. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Here comes the 0-1. And they go away here. It's a cold strike. 0-2.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Got him.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
Standing in now, Kevin Root. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And a high strike there. It's 1-1. High in the air out to center field. Center fielder on the run. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Cletus Jones comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Cletus Jones.
Digging in the switch hitter, Orlando Ramirez. He'll start things out, needing just a run to tie it here in the bottom of the ninth.
Ramirez.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Jones, originally from the state of Alabama, is a 15-year major league vet, so it's been quite the career for him.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension.
The 0-1 pitch. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Now here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, those were a couple of close pitches right there in the inner part of the zone. Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything with.
Even count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here now the 2-2. Grounded to short. Reined in. And there's one gone to start the bottom of the ninth.
Now batting, right fielder, Alexis Elias.
Ready for another chance? Alexis Elias 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball in there for a called strike.
0-1.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Swing and a hot shot toward third. But quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the second out.
The third baseman, Danny Deardorff.
At the plate, Danny Deardorff. He's 1 for 4 for the game. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that's in there for strike 1. Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the ninth. Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now. 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Now the payoff pitch home. High in the air into shallow left center. He's got it, and the Falcons have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The Falcons get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. David Bass earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. Cletus Jones wraps it up for the save, his 5th of the year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Fans, our final line score. First, for the victorious visiting team, 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. For the home team, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 1 minute. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Good.